Yo, today we're going to be looking at the gaming energy drink powder, Mixt. First, I'm going to tell you about their ingredients, then I'm going to go into my rankings of all of their flavors. They were generous enough to send me every flavor they sell, so huge thanks to them. I wasn't paid to make this video, but they have offered up a discount code, so if you decide to get some, use the code Fracno and save yourself some money. They were also kind enough to do a giveaway for this video for a shaker and a tub of your choice, so stick around to learn how to enter that. At this point, I've said so much about these energy drinks and I've explained so many different aspects of them that there isn't a lot left to say without repeating myself over and over and over and over. So if you haven't already watched my two big energy drink videos, then make sure to do that to get an idea of what the hell is going on with these. There's a part 1 and a part 2. Use the chapters in this video to refer to the info that you need, but if you want to support the channel, then at least give the video one good full watch through. And if you find it helpful, then let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel in ways other than subscribing and liking and all that YouTube stuff, and you're in the market for a gaming style chair, then check out Secret Lab chairs with the link below. I've had mine for over 2 years, and in my review of it, I talked about how awesome the comfort and quality is, and in my opinion, they make the best chairs of this style. So check them out. Mixt was in part 2 of my energy drink video, and to be honest, they were a bit underwhelming. A big part of this was because I only tried one flavor, and that flavor was not what I was expecting based on the name. Aside from the flavor, I found them to be a good value, but that was in part due to a relatively simple ingredient list that is more for energy and less for focus. But simple doesn't mean bad if you're using enough of those ingredients, and Mixt does a really good job at this. Mixt uses taurine and tyrosine in addition to caffeine, and they're using enough of each to theoretically see some sort of positive effect. I have them on screen now with their recommended dosages and the amount found in a single serving of Mixt. These ingredients mostly help with stress, jitters, and performance under excitable brain states. They also use artificial coloring, but they do not use maltodextrin, which is uncommon for these drinks and a huge plus in my eyes. This means that you're not going to have issues if you're fasting or on keto, or if your blood sugar is something that you're worried about. The powder mixes well and the price is fantastic per serving. A single serving of Mixt is going to have 166 milligrams of caffeine, and their directions say to mix it in 12 to 16 ounces of water. Currently, a tub of Mixt is $25 in the US, and it comes with 60 servings. When you mix it in 12 to 16 ounces of water, you're getting 14 to 10 milligrams of caffeine, which means that there's 9,960 milligrams of caffeine in the tub, which means that per dollar, you're getting 398 milligrams of caffeine. Each scoop or serving is going to cost you 41 cents, and when you use 1.2 servings, you get 200 milligrams of caffeine, and a 2-serving drink would cost 49 cents. This cuts the serving per tub down to 50 instead of 60 if you decide to do that. In general, something you'll hear me say about all of their flavors is that they're mild, bordering on bland. My favorite flavors ended up being the ones that had stronger, bold, sweet flavors, and the ones I ranked towards the bottom were too mild for my personal taste, but that's my personal taste. I'm gonna rank the flavors from my least favorite to my favorite, and if you have any questions about the flavors, or if I don't address something that you're curious about, then stop by Twitch, where I stream 3 days a week, and ask me there. People stop by all the time asking my opinion on different brands or looking for further clarification on things that I talk about in my videos, and I absolutely love answering what I can. My least favorite flavor was Sour Slurp. It's the only one that I had tried before, and I still feel the same way about it. It's not very sweet, it's not very strong, and it's not even remotely sour. I don't quite know how to describe the flavor, as it doesn't really taste like something specific to me. Maybe cotton candy, but I'm not sure. It's just one that I'd easily pass on. I love lemonade, but the fresh lemonade flavor did not do it for me. The taste is similar to a powdered lemonade mix that's more sweet than it is tart, but it's not really that sweet either. It's trying to be sweet, but it doesn't quite get there. What you're left with is a kind of underwhelming fake lemonade flavor. That being said, and I know this sounds weird considering what I just said about it, it's not bad. There are flavors that actually taste bad and you don't want to finish them, and this isn't that. It's just not what I want from a lemonade flavor, and it's not a flavor that I'm gonna go to over and over. Rainbow candy is next, and it's more or less what you'd kind of expect of something with that name. My take on it was a kind of mild, nondescript candy flavor. Not sour, a little sweet, not offensive, not amazing, just candy flavored. If you love candy flavors but don't want something too sweet, this would be a good choice. For me, it was just a bit underwhelming. Grape Popsicle has a mild flavor that is more grape than it is popsicle. It's pleasant and has a nice balance of sweetness without overdoing it. Grape has never been my go-to flavor, but I really didn't mind it, and if you love grape, this would definitely scratch that itch. I liked it, but my personal aversion to grape just kept it from being my favorite. But I do love oranges. Maybe it's because I grew up in Florida, but I've always loved orange flavored stuff. In fact, if I buy a traditional canned energy drink from the gas station or someplace, I'm always gonna look for the flavor that might be orange. Usually it's in an orange can. Pro tip. Something I've noticed with gaming energy drinks is the lack of orange flavors. I'm not sure why this is, but I would definitely like to see more of them. So when I saw orange sherbet, I was both excited and disappointed. And the disappointment was with the sherbet portion, and sure enough, that's what keeps this flavor back in my opinion. The orange flavor is nice, but it's blended with a cream-like flavor that takes it from refreshing tart orange to a more dessert-like sweetness. It also wasn't as strong as I would have liked, and because of these two things, I didn't rank it higher, but I did like it. All right, do something for me. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had a Starfruit. Maybe I'm way off, but I'm thinking that most people have never had one. And if they have, I'm willing to bet that they've never said, man, this would make a fantastic drink flavor. I've had Starfruit a handful of times, and while I think it's tasty enough to have again, I'm not necessarily seeking it out every time I do groceries. So I was a bit surprised that I liked this flavor as much as I did. I think the reason why I liked it so much was that it was unique and interesting. It's got a stronger flavor and has the sweetness to balance it out. It tastes like the best parts of a Starfruit, and I think I'd recommend it to someone who's looking for something a little different than the typical flavors offered by these brands. I liked it. Blue Raspberry takes up second place, and it's what you'd expect from Blue Raspberry. It's one of the stronger, sweeter flavors that Mixt offers, and if you love all things flavored like blue, this will feel familiar. Even though this wasn't my personal favorite, I'd actually see this as being one of the reasons to switch to Mixt. Their value is insane, and with caffeine content and price per serving, if you're someone who regularly buys a Blue Raspberry flavor but you need to save some money, then this would be the perfect option. My favorite flavor is probably no surprise, it's fruit punch. I love fruit punch flavors, and I've said that before, and this is a good one. It's strong, it's sweet, it's fruity and punchy, and I don't know what I'm doing with my hands anymore, but it's got exactly what I want out of a flavor, and this is an easy recommendation. It's not overly strong or overly sweet, and if you want something that's got a bold flavor without making your teeth feel weird, then it's an easy #1 recommendation from me. So, who would I recommend Mixt to? I kind of already answered that, but I would recommend this brand to someone who doesn't really care for super strong sweet flavors and is looking for a really good value, who also does not necessarily need an ingredient list chock full of all sorts of stuff for performance and focus. They opt for a simple energy formula, but this also allows them to keep the price way down. The value here is insane. I'd recommend, even though it's not my go-to, and that's because I personally like sweet, bold flavors, and I like ingredient lists that have a lot going on. That's my personal preference, but what is yours? For this video, Mixt has agreed to give away a tub of your choice and a shaker, so follow the link in the description below to enter for that. Make sure to read all of the instructions and follow them, because I always get people who try to win stuff, but they don't even ship to their country, and then I have to explain it to them, and I feel bad, and just read the directions. I'll see you in the next one.